welcome to the RV Cooking Show. Today we're going to talk about shopping for and packing your RV refrigerator, and I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks for optimizing your RV refrigerator's performance. This is my Norcold RV refrigerator, and it has been a champ over a decade of full-time RVing. This is a 7.5 cubic foot model, and it's got more room than any other RV refrigerator in its class in the industry. It's got a control panel right here between the freezer and the refrigerator compartment, and I've got two different power settings for my Norcold RV refrigerator. I've got AC power, which is 120 volt electric, and I've also got LP propane. It's also got a third setting, an auxiliary setting, and what that does is when I'm plugged into my AC power, if the power goes out, it magically switches over to LP so everything stays nice and cold. When you're traveling and getting ready to go on your RV vacation, you want to turn on your refrigerator and you want to let it chill for about a day. Once it's nice and cold inside, you'll be ready to go shopping. This RV refrigerator has powder-coated shelves, and it's also got shelves inside the door. They're all adjustable, just like your home refrigerator. Now, you don't want to line the shelves of your refrigerator, and you don't want to pack it too full, because the idea is that the air is nice and cold and should circulate around, keeping everything in your RV refrigerator cold. Before you take off on your trip, it's a good idea to create a meal plan and understand what your family's eating habits are. We eat a lot of produce and a lot of salads in our house, and so I always head to the produce department first when I get to the grocery store. If we're having a dinner party or we plan to have a lot of salads as meals, I'll buy the large plastic container of salad greens. Otherwise, I like to buy the romaine hearts. I keep them right here on the bottom shelf of my RV refrigerator. And there's 3 romaine hearts in this package, so give me about 4 salads. Also on this shelf, I keep things like carrots, and I've got some mushrooms in there right now. I've got 2 crispers right here, and in one of the crispers I keep my loose vegetables, peppers, cucumbers, zucchini, that kind of thing. And the other one I keep my deli, my cheeses, and even my peanut butter. The next shelf is where I keep all of my dairy, and we use a lot of milk. We drink a lot of lattes and we eat a lot of cereal, so we always buy a gallon of milk. But I know people that buy a half gallon or a quart, and that works for them just fine. This is also where I keep my sour cream, and sour cream comes in 3 different size tubs. We're moderate sour cream eaters, so I always buy the middle-sized tub. That's not the case when it comes to yogurt. We eat yogurt for breakfast, for snacks in the afternoon, and we make a lot of smoothies. So I always buy the large yogurt containers, just like this. But if you like the small ones, even with the fruit on the bottom, that's great. Get those. On this shelf, I also have my Brita water filter. I keep things like my white cooking wine, marinades, even half full jars of spaghetti sauce. The next shelf up is where I keep my nice cold beverages, and on the left of that I've got a little tray where I keep smaller or miscellaneous things like chunks of ginger, pieces of citrus that have been cut up, even small containers of leftovers. Now the top shelf is where you will find the cooling fins. The cooling fins help keep the air inside the fridge nice and cool, and I like to keep low things on that top shelf, so that's where I keep my eggs. Lastly, we've got our condiments and our door. Just because you're in an RV kitchen doesn't mean that you can't take advantage of the family packs in the meat department. We like to eat a lot of chicken in my house, and so what we do is I always look for the boneless, skinless chicken breast family packs on sale for $1.99 a pound. When I find them on sale, I buy them, I bring them home, and I immediately clean them, and I cut them up and portion them out into individual meal size freezer bags. When it's time for me to cook a chicken dinner, I just take a freezer bag out, defrost it, and we're good to go. This happens to be chunks of chicken, this happens to be strips of chicken. If I'm looking to buy shrimp, let's say I want to buy 2 pounds of shrimp, it happens to be on sale, I'll ask them to package them in individual meal-size portions. Not only do they freeze quicker, they're easier to store, and they're easy to take out when it's time for dinner. And of course, everybody loves a nice sweet treat. I'm talking about ice cream. Kevin at the Norcold Test Labs in Sydney, Ohio told us the coldest place in your Norcold RV freezer is the bottom shelf back left. We usually buy a couple different pints of different flavors, but if you like a large container of ice cream, that's great too. Just store it in that bottom back left corner and you'll be good to go. The last thing I do before I leave on my RV trip is I take these spring-loaded bars and I put them in my refrigerator. This helps keep everything in place in case we're going up and down mountains or on uneven road surface. And then I turn my refrigerator off. As soon as I get to my campsite, I level my rig, I plug in my power, and I turn my refrigerator back on. By the way, if you love to tailgate or you need just a little more space, refrigerator space or freezer space, Norcold makes this neat little portable fridge freezer. It's like a cooler and it's really easy to carry around. Check it out on their website. If you'd like to see how they make these Norcold RV refrigerators, you can watch our Norcold RV factory tour on our website, rvcookingshow.com. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. We look forward to seeing you again right here on the RV Cooking Show.